Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be showcasing Stephanie's Precise Shotgun. Now I just want to throw it out there, this is not the craft that I was going for on this weapon, but it's difficult for me to reset the weapon because I did get, well, the best craft, so to speak. And right now I feel like the tough HP is still usable in a couple different teams. What I was going for was team player 4, where I could give 15% attack and plus 35 crit chance to all adjacent teammates as well as to self. Now before I jump into things, don't forget guys to like and subscribe to my channel for more content and information. So I picked up this weapon from the black market with my 400 tattered umbrellas, and what I liked about this weapon was the third slot. It was a usable third slot that was the highest tier that you can currently get. It was a blue 5-star weapon, and the majority of my S-class tunes are tough tunes or blue tunes, as you might say. So this weapon was just a great pickup. It has a pretty good third slot, great for control. It has 35% attack and 35% crit. So you kind of have the option of going with either crit or attack. And then you have a pretty useful fourth slot, which you can switch up, like I mentioned, putting team player on this weapon, but the bonus attack of 20% and ignoring defense buffs is pretty useful. But if you want to keep that fourth slot, you might want to change the third slot to double attack, because you could be doing a higher percentage of damage while ignoring the defensive buffs, which could produce a high amount of damage. The next thing you could do with this weapon is add a huge bonus to AP when attacking on either the first or the second slot, depending on how you want to go about with this weapon. When I first saw this weapon in the black market, I thought, great, this will be a perfect weapon to put on my S-Class Lilly, who I could get for free with my Royal Flushes. And my thinking is, I can create a turn 1 attacking team with Lilly, but if I have any cleanup, well, she's not going to be able to really do a lot of damage. You know, her rush is maim damage, which is a flat amount, and could be resisted technically. So instead, I want to give her a weapon where she can control the enemy. So if I'm not able to wipe everyone out on the first turn, I at least have some safety measures in place to either impair them, or if they resist impair, then I might AP drain them. So it's just having these options available to you. And in a different video, I talked about a free-to-play S-Class Lilly attack team, and I've actually created it. So this is my turn 1 attack team that right now is taking more than just one turn. I'm doing a lot of damage on that first turn, but I have a lot of leveling to do. So right now I have Lilly as a lead with that weapon I just showed you. I have Princess, and my Princess does a lot of damage. She has a 20% AP to self and 20% attack for the first 2 or 3 turns, I can't recall, but it only has 35% attack on it right now. I failed on getting huge AP on the second slot, and really I should have just gone for 40% attack, but I'm trying to get Rampage on that fourth slot and have been unsuccessful. So right now it's a pretty basic weapon. My Dr. Stevens has a team player 8% AP weapon, so that's giving additional attack to both Princess as well as Lilly, as well as the plus 35 crit. And then for Nick, he needs to have an 8% AP weapon, so I believe it's my fast healing 8% AP weapon. It's just for this team to function on the first turn, I need 2 8% AP weapons, and then 20% AP to self on the tunes I want to rush on the first turn. So Princess has a 20% AP to self, and my Arav also has a 20% AP to self. Now, Arav's weapon, it needs a bit of work. I want to rework it at some point. 20% to self, increase rush damage by 10%, and I'm trying to think here, but I know it's not a perfect weapon regarding how much attack it has. But it's a decent weapon, and we're just going to go through some gameplay just to show you guys kind of how I use this team. Basically, I use Dr. Stevens' active skill, and then I command rush him. This gives the AP to both Princess and Arav, because the 20% AP to self gives them the most amount of AP on the team. And we've discussed this in other videos before, that the tune that has the most amount of AP will always get more AP from unnatural AP gains. Basically, the rich gets richer. So this specific attack went on for longer than I wanted because I ended up triggering Leopo, but I did end up impairing her as well, which kind of helped later on so that she wasn't able to gain AP and potentially rush after. Now, what I really like about running Lilly as a lead is that on the second turn, if anyone is still alive, I can use her active skill to apply 100% heal reduction as well as minus 50% defense to 2 enemies. So it kind of helps me out because Princess and Arav are rushing naturally on the first turn, meaning they can still be used on the second turn. And in Arav's case, Arav regains 100% AP every time he rushes, meaning I can apply damage every single turn. The biggest fear is, of course, toons like Leopo and Angel, who can exhaust Arav because of his unnatural AP gain. Now, what I really like about this specific team, using Arav and Princess, like I could use Priya on the team, but Arav, I like that he just regains his AP every time he rushes, and he has the ability follow-up. So if he performs a kill for that one specific kill, so it only can activate once per turn, he gets another attack. So for a follow-up toon, for a toon that gains 100% AP, realistically, he could rush up to 3 times on a single turn. And then having Princess, well, her active skill Normalize really helps break down Bide and Payback, command toons. It's just a great skill to use, and using the taunt to force enemies to attack her means that she will be gaining AP and her Berserker will charge her attack. So this is a very good combination. I'm really looking forward to it developing a little more in the future. Having Lilly as a lead is great. I never had a blue-yellow lead before. I never had the blue Carl or Zoo or blue Harrison. So Lilly being an S-class toon that gives plus 50% attack to all blue and yellow toons is great. If I can get that weapon down pat with Team Player 4, and now that I think about it, I don't think I have an 8% weapon, as I originally thought, on Dr. Stevens or Nick that has Team Player 4. So in time, I could end up getting those weapons, which would be really effective and helpful, because that would be an additional 30% attack to Arav as well as Princess, based on the location of Lilly and Nick as well as Dr. Stevens. And if I wanted to get Team Player 4 on Arav's weapon, it means he would get an additional 15% on top of that, or 45% attack. I think the best part about this team is that there's a lot of safe nets to it. So although it is very, very aggressive, like I'm rushing on that first turn, I could trigger a number of different abilities, I also have a chance of breaking down a defensive team. With Princess, I have a Normalize ability. With Lilly, I have a defense down as well as 100% heal reduction, which is like a miniature decap. Also, when she rushes, I can apply some trauma, as well as 5,000 maim damage, which is a great way to finish off some toons, so long as they don't have a maim resist mod. In a video I did earlier today, right now there's a weird interaction going on with Trader where even though he can resist or be immune to maim damage, for some reason he's still taking a flat amount of damage, but that's an issue for another time, I guess. With this team, like, Princess makes this work. Lilly makes it work. Lilly is such a great free S-class toon that anyone could achieve, because you just had to keep doing the roadmaps over and over again, meet some milestones, because kings dropped from that. Well, they were rewarded for milestones in Level Up and Raid and Survival Road. So there was just lots of opportunity to earn the kings, and in the end you could even transfer kings to aces. So very easy to get this Lilly, and she kind of just makes this team pop. Dr. Stevens, a free 6-star toon from Hellgate, Arav, one of the first S-classes in the game, and Nick, who could be replaced with Maggie, or even 3-star Command Rosita. There's just so many options. And I think I will end up running this team, especially against aggressive defensive teams, so a Priya lead just makes this team work like bread and butter, to be honest. 2 Arav rushes, Princess rush, I don't even need to rely on Lilly's weapon. It's really one and done, simple and easy. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching and listening to my video.